Good evening. Welcome back to Lacine, Kansas. We apologize for the technical difficulties. Teams out there for the coin flip right now. Internet connectivity is always an adventure when you go on the road in high school football. So I believe we're back up on YouTube. We apologize for the delay. We'll get to some of the pregame features here on the fly as we go. Both teams here getting set for kickoff. Prairie View won the toss and deferred to the second half, so Girard will have the ball to start off here in the ball game, and they'll be going left to right on your television screen. So getting set to start things off here between these two undefeated teams in Kansas Class A District 2. The other heavy hitter in the district is Frontenac. They're 3-1, but they are 3-0 in the state of Kansas. So their record a little bit deceptive. Girard will play Frontenac last game of the year, and Prairie View plays Frontenac next week. So a big few weeks coming up here for both of these teams. We talked about strength of schedule during the pregame show. This is the first real test for either squad, so we're going to find out a lot about both teams here tonight. We're familiar with the Trojans' offensive set. They'll run quarterback in the pistol. They'll run two wing backs. If they bring in a tight end, they'll bring in everybody tight. Usually it's Troike as the tight end. On the other side of the ball, Prairie View predominantly runs an I formation. They'll bring in tight ends, a more traditional offensive approach, but both teams will run the option. Both teams like to run the ball. Both teams are capable of throwing it, so it should be an entertaining night of football here in Lacine.
Come on, ladies and gentlemen, let's make some noise.
And the Prairie View getting set to, Buffalo's getting set to kick this one away. And it's going to be deep, fielded by the Trojans at about the 15-yard line and brought out to the 28. That's Kester. And the Trojans will take over there. First deal. Fakes the handoff. Now the quick pitch outside to Bo Harris. Cuts it inside. Loses his footing. Credit that tackle to the turf here at Prairie View. And he'll carry it out to about the 33-yard line. Gain of 5 on the play.
And a 5 on that play. They bring up 35 from the 33-yard line.
Bring up a 3rd down and 5. Here in the early minutes of the first quarter. Two undefeated teams facing off here. This was the game of the week for sports in Kansas. And there's going to be some penalty markers before the play. One of the linemen moved a little bit early for Girard.
Ball start called against the Trojans.
Looked like the top half of the line might have moved a little bit early. We will get the rest of that on in between commercials. Our scoreboard bug cannot do it while we're broadcasting the live feed. So,
oh, that'll be fun.
Yes,
that'll be fun.
An adventure.
11:08 to play, first quarter. We're scoreless. Trojans looking at a 3rd and 10 after a false start penalty, cost them 5. 3rd and 10 from the 28. Negeman back to pass, looking, now scrambling far side, looking downfield, lofts it up, and the catch, in and out of the hands. Pass intended for Wyatt Foley, incomplete, and it'll set up a 4th and 10 for the Trojans.
So this is going on just to make you feel young again, but her sister is Brooke Allen. Big Walker is the intended receiver. Nice defensive play by number 17, Brock Hill. Going to bring up 3rd and 16 from the 18-yard line. Leading time with the carry. Initial contact by Alex Trojan and 12 to the Trojan. We have a timeout called by the Trojans. Bring up 4th and 5 for the Buffaloes. From their own 29-yard line. We have a flag on the play. The ball short called against the Buffaloes. Five-yard penalty. We'll bring up 4th and 10 from the 24. We got flags on the play. We have the personal foul called against the Buffaloes. After the penalty, the Trojans will start with the ball on the Buffalo 24-yard line. Alex Koser with a nice run, tackled by number 25. Play was good for a Trojan first down. Close to the carry. Initial contact on the play by Colton McKinley. Number 5 is the carry from Davidson, but we do have a flag on the play. Holding called against the Trojans. Going to bring up second 14 from the 15-yard line. Nick Hickman with the carry, driven out of bounds by Garrett Kohler for the Buffaloes. Going to bring up 36 from the 8-yard line. We have a timeout called by the Trojans. Ladies and gentlemen, the Prairie View volleyball team has already doubled their wins from last season with a 14-8 record. The team recently finished second at the Midway tournament, while the Buffs swept Osawatomie last night with the C team, JV team, and varsity. Good luck to the middle school team as they play in the Osawatomie tournament tomorrow. The high school teams will be on the road Tuesday for league play before returning home for senior night on October 7th against Jayhawk Lynn. Number 12, Alex Coaster with the carry, tackled by Gage Smith, and several other Buffaloes on the play. Bring up 4th and 4 from the 5-yard line. The Humboldt field goal is good. That's good from the Dakota Collegeville deep return for the Buffaloes. Number 5, Ethan Davidson, starts to kick off for the Trojans. Dakota Collegeville with a nice return, tackled by Ethan Davidson for the Trojans. Buffalo will start the series with the ball on their own 39-yard line. Dakota Collegeville with Hines intended receiver. Pass was incomplete. Hines with the carry, tackled by number 42, Josh Buller for the Trojans. We have a timeout called by Prairie. We'd like to thank our business sponsors for supporting Prairie View athletics and activities. Those businesses are People Telecommunications, PC Iron Design, Custom CNC Plasma and Metal Manufacturing, Tommy Cap, graduate of Prairie View and Chain Gang Extraordinaire, Weber Heating and Air Conditioning. Contact Jason Weber for all your heating and cooling needs. First Option Bank, the Lynn Valley Lake Shop, barbecue pizza and special events. Brian's Automotive in Lacey for all your automotive and mechanical needs. Liquid Pro Shop, an outdoor sporting goods store. Olathe Health Family Medicine and our athletic trainer, Mr. Mark Carnes. If anyone else is interested in sponsoring the Prairie View Athletic and School, please contact the High School Activities Office for more information. Got Fish with the reception. Players territory, Prairie View. Number 31, Graham Bourne with the interception for the Trojans. Trojans will take over with the ball on their own 11-yard line. And that's there in the first half, ladies and gentlemen. With the score, Girard 25 and Prairie View 15.
Girard National Bank is now GN Bank. Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
The farmer's friend in the field is Crop Care. With their industry-leading crop scouting, Crop Care can catch diseases, bugs, and other yield-robbing issues before they affect your bottom line. Crop Care also offers grid soil sampling and plant sampling with lab-tested results, giving you an unmatched advantage. With coverage across the entire region, Crop Care has insight that can help you avoid problems before they start. Give Kurt or Josh Harris a call at 620-687-4795. Crop Care, the name says it all. Westridge is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Westridge is a retirement community with a philosophy of providing seniors with an alternative lifestyle. This lifestyle enhances the retirement years by offering a worry-free, stress-free environment. Their professional staff is there to assist if needed, while active seniors are encouraged to enjoy their daily lives. Westridge is now hiring. To learn more about their open positions, call 620-724-6760. That's 620-724-6760. Go Trojans from Westridge Assisted Living.
For years, James Brumback and Brumback Service Center have been keeping area residents on the road with high quality and fast service. Let's face it, none of us have time for a breakdown, so be sure to stop by Brumback's for preventative maintenance, oil changes, and tire repairs. Brumback's is also your place for new tires with a variety of quality brands to choose from. Brumback Service Center, 312 East St. John in Girard. Call 620-724-6770. Good luck, Trojans, from Brumback Service Center.
Welcome back to Lacine, Kansas. We're having some internet difficulties here in Lacine. Every option we've tried has been less than good. If we'll try and stay with you with the audio. Like I said, Dale, every week it's an adventure.
It is an adventure, to say the least, but wow, what a half.
And if it's frustrating for you out there, just imagine what it's like for us here trying to run this thing. Wild and woolly first half. Trojans lead it at the break 25-15. Some big plays on offense for the Trojans, then able to come up with the big turnover. The fumble recovery that led to a touchdown, then the interception deep in their own territory to end the half. And good opponent this week, you can tell, but Trojans kind of rising to the challenge, Dale.
They are, and this is the first big challenge we've had. We talked about that in pregame if it came across. I'm not sure it did.
Maybe.
But, Prairie View, Girard, game of the week in the state by Kansas High School. What was it?
Sports in Kansas.
Sports in Kansas. Yeah. So, great half. A little chippy out there, Josh, though.
Yeah, a couple of personal foul penalties that we were trying to figure out why it erased a score, but they did. But Trojans able to drive down and end up with a touchdown either way. They've had 2 touchdowns taken off the board by penalties thus far, and had to settle for a field goal on their last drive down, but Garrett Humble gets some redemption and comes up with the field goal to give the Trojans a crucial 10-point lead, because no team has led by more than a possession here in the first half. So that's a huge field goal for Humble to pick up there on the Trojans' last drive. And another big news, injury news for Prairie View. Their junior running back, Bodie Eisenhower, went out during the first quarter and never returned to the game. He took a hard shot and came up slow and stayed in for a few plays, but then they took him out, and we haven't seen him back in action. So that's a big part of their offense, a huge part of their attack that is standing over on the sideline right now for Prairie View. So they're over there in the locker room right now trying to figure out what their answers are going to be at the halfback position, and then a way to move the ball tonight against these Trojans, because they've had some difficulty.
And one thing that we need to mention tonight, our offensive line, much undersized, but doing a great job up front. Nigman's been, tackled once for a loss so far, maybe twice, but doing a great job up front. No question, the Trojan boys are working hard at it.
Yeah, they've had a couple of big passes down the field that were dropped. Their offensive production could be a lot higher than it is right now, but if you're Coach Philpott, you got to be pretty happy going into the break with a 10-point lead over an undefeated opponent here.
Oh, no question about that. Coach Philpott's definitely chomping at the bit to get back out here in the second half. They will get the ball to start the second half. Prairie View will. So the Trojan defense is going to have to stand up again real quick.
And we have an injured cheerleader down there on the track. I don't know. Can't see that with the camera right now as we're focused on the marching band, but lots of action here tonight. Prairie View had homecoming before the game tonight, which the homecoming before the game, I applaud that. Instead of extending halftime like we had last week in Garnett, it wasn't even homecoming.
But they had dancers.
They had
many dancers.
Yeah, right. You had to have the 8-year-olds out there to do some dancing. So the Trojans lead it by 10 here at the break. We'll step away for a 2-minute break, and we'll be back to talk more about the first half. Look forward to the second half. As we
look for our libraries.
Look for stuff here.
There it is.
In Lacey. And things got a little crazy, But our halftime show is brought to you by GN Bank, where they've been providing customers with the highest quality financial services in a friendly, professional way for over 100 years. Personal, business, or agricultural needs, turn to GN Bank. Learn more at gn-bank.com. We'll be back right here on the GN Bank halftime show. You're watching Girard football on Girard Sports Live.
Hardware and see why so many people are saying, I didn't know they had that. Of course, Chronisters has the hardware, tools, and supplies you need, whether in the shop, on the farm, or around the house. But did you know Chronisters Hardware is also the place to pick up your PPP supplies, plus all the top cleaning brands and much, much more. From paper towels to PPP, you'll find it at Chronisters. And if they don't have it, they can get it. Shop local first. Chronisters Hardware, Girard's hardware store.
You've enjoyed life. Over the years, your community has become your passion, something you hope future generations get to experience, just as you have. That's why the Girard Area Community Foundation has worked hard to help fulfill charitable goals and inspire generosity, meeting the needs of the communities they serve. Creating a legacy fund with GACF ensures what you leave behind is an effective and lasting improvement in the community you love so dearly. Make plans to visit GirardAreaFoundation.com, preserving traditions for those who follow.
Hey, Mama. Now more than ever, Crawcan is dedicated to helping keep families connected, workers to collaborate, students to learn, and businesses to continue to serve their customers, and even for doctors to treat their patients. Crawcan's reliable high-speed fiber-to-the-home network means no buffering movies or grainy video conferences, no matter how many people are using it. Call or go online to sign up for the fastest and best internet in Southeast Kansas. Crawcan. If you need to stay connected, you need Croccan.
Peony Dental is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Chris Peony DDS offers exceptional dentistry for all ages in a friendly atmosphere. In fact, Chris Peony has been caring for smiles since 1993. No wonder so many Trojan fans look so good. Peony Dental offers preventative care, Invisalign, whitening, bridges, crowns, and more. Stop by today and ask about the all-new CEREC dental system, offering same-day crowns, start to finish, right there in the office. To learn more, visit them at 106 South Ozark in Girard or go online to peonydental.com. Find us fast in names and numbers. The farmer's friend in the field is Crop Care. With their industry-leading crop scouting, Crop Care can catch diseases, bugs, and other yield-robbing issues before they affect your bottom line. Crop Care also offers grid soil sampling and plant sampling with lab-tested results, giving you an unmatched advantage. With coverage across the entire region, Crop Care has insight that can help you avoid problems before they start. Give Kurt or Josh Harris a call at 620-687-4795. Crop Care, the name says it all.
Here at Farmers Insurance, we want all of our students, faculty, and staff to know that we're cheering you on. This year, we would like to spotlight a student or staff member of Girard Schools as part of our weekly Girard Sports Live broadcast. If you would like to nominate any student or staff member as part of our weekly spotlight, contact our office.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Welcome back out here to Lacine, Kansas. We're at halftime of tonight's Kansas Class 3A District 2 matchup between the Girard Trojans and the Prairie View Buffaloes. And we've had our internet issues today. Normally we bring you some stats here at halftime. Not tonight, Dale. We were wrestling the interwebs.
Not going to happen tonight, but we are happy to be back on the air. And
I tell you what, I saw that Croccan fiber commercial, and we all got kind of misty-eyed just thinking about reliable internet.
What I wouldn't do for some
Gosh
Croccan
darn. Some fiber internet right now would be the bee's knees. Trojans lead it at the break, 25-15. Garrett Humble kicked a 15-yard field goal to give the Trojans a 10-point lead on their last drive. Trojans defense able to come away with an interception to stop Prairie View on the final drive of the half. Buffaloes will have the kick to start the third quarter as they won the toss and elected to defer to the second half. So the Trojans will be kicking off to start the third quarter. We'll try and get you some scores from around the area as we go through the evening, as we try to regroup our forces here and get all of our ducks back in a row, I guess.
You know, the one thing that did not crash during this whole time is our reliable cameraman that is back on the job this week.
Jess Murphy.
Jess Murphy, through thick and thin. He's our rock.
He's not as easy on the eyes as our camera person last week. But,
very true. Very true.
But we're glad to have him back. So, Jess, since we got some time, how'd your fishing tournament turn out last weekend?
Well, typical fishing story. You know, we had just enough fish to finish right out of the money.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, so it was fun, good weather, beautiful lake, Grand Lake, Oklahoma. Give it a little shout out on there. It's a beautiful place to be.
Well, and you're going to be back at it here before long, so hopefully you finish in the money.
That's right.
Next time.
Got a big tournament again in the morning. So, but right now, Trojans up 10 at half. What a good half, Dale.
What a great day.
Beautiful night for football here in Lacine. Probably about 70 degrees right now. The wind is a non-factor. We had a 15% chance of rain for most of the night, but it looks like it's going to hold off. Knock on. You'd have a hard time finding something made of wood around here, but nonetheless, hopefully the rain will hold off for the rest of the game. And Trojans hanging on to a 10-point lead here. And how big is this first possession of this third quarter with Prairie View taking the kickoff? Now, we know that their starting halfback, Bodie Eisenhower, was out for much of the second quarter. We'll see if he returns for any action here in the second half. But, Dale, we never got to the keys of the game in the first half. So what's your key of the game here going into the third quarter? They're brought to you by Evans Motors. Get the keys to your next ride with a stop at Evans Motors. Nate and Eddie have decades of experience getting folks into the right car, truck, van, or SUV that's right for them and their family. Stop by and see them at the intersection of Highway 69 and 400 just south of Pittsburgh, or see their full selection online at evansmotors.net. Dale, based on what we've seen in the first half, what's your key to win the second half?
Key to the second half is come out with the same intensity as we came out there as we closed out the first half. Come out on defense, shut them down, 3-and-out them, and get back on that offensive track.
Now the Trojans defensively, really the only thing they had a deep ball that they got them on early in the first quarter, but really reading the fake and staying in your lane, playing your responsibility on defense. They had a little bit of trouble with that in the first half, and the Buffaloes able to take advantage of that as they were able to get in for a touchdown there on their second drive of the ball game. Again, if we've been struggling with the internet tonight, for those of you out there watching, if we continue to drop frames, if our speeds start dropping, we will probably drop our audio out. Small blessing to the viewer, actually, but we'll do what we can to try and keep the video feed up and healthy for the rest of the game. We know you all would rather see the game than hear us anyway, so if something has to be sacrificed, we'll take one for the team.
One for the team. We're not going to let BJ off the hook, though. But
no, it's all his fault.
You sure you guys don't want me to continue with the mic even?
No.
Well, you can.
No, Jess, we'll just leave it at that.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, as they start getting warmed up for the second half, it is beautiful night out tonight. My goodness.
Volleyball girls in Chanute tomorrow.
Chanute, all-day tournament.
Yes.
Wow.
That's why they told me they was going to all gather around, stay at home. They're leaving early in the morning, so they should be watching us, hopefully. Said they was going to.
Big shout-out to the Lady Trojans. Coach Jackson having a good year.
Yeah, fun to watch. If you haven't got to see them play, they're fun to watch. Josh and I got to broadcast a volleyball game the other day. That was a lot of fun.
I kind of miss broadcasting volleyball.
Well, you're welcome to do it anytime. Just let me know.
Yeah. Last year, broadcast, 7 or 8 of them, and it was a good season for them. Good luck, Lady Trojans.
Taking a look around the area tonight. We were going to get to this in the pregame, but the internet died, so let's take a look at it now. Fort Scott's at Labette County. Burlington is at Frontenac, so Trojans will play Burlington next week, and Prairie View will play Frontenac next week, so keep an eye on that one tonight. Erie's at Riverton. Parsons is at Baxter Springs, still looking, the Bulldogs are, for their first win. Independence is at Chanute, a battle of a couple of 3-1 teams, so that should be a good game tonight there in Chanute. Caney Valley at 4-0 is at Galena, so that's another one. Galena at 3-1, so that's one to keep your eye on tonight as well. Neodesha, winless Neodesha is at 1-3 for Fredonia. Anderson County at 1-3 is at Iola, who is also 1-3, so somebody's got to win that one. Columbus is at Cherryvale. Altoona Midway at St. Paul. And Pittsburgh taking on 1-3 Wichita South. So those are the games going on around the area tonight. We'll try and bring you some scores as we go through the second half. And again, if the internet continues to struggle, or we continue to struggle with it,
Girard, are you ready for some more football?
We'll step aside and hopefully just keep the video healthy for the rest of the broadcast.
Girard, we didn't hear you. Are you ready for some football?
Both teams getting in their huddles, getting warmed up for the kickoff here in the third quarter.
Ready for more football?
Trojans will be kicking off to start the second half. This second half kickoff brought to you by Larrett Ceramics, 503 West Maple in Girard. Stop by Larrett Ceramics for great gift ideas and supplies. Get creative when it comes to gift buying and get your friends and family a beautiful ceramic piece, or maybe even classes from Larrett Ceramics. Call 620-724-8442. Trojans lead it by 10, getting set to kick off here in the third quarter. They've only had a couple of games this year, Dale, that they've had to actually play for full quarters, so not as hot tonight as it has been, so hopefully cramping won't become a factor in the second half, but it's going to be a grudge match here for these final two quarters, you get the feeling, between these squads.
Yeah, it's going to be a full four-quarter game, and Trojan boys look in a little better shape this week than there was 2 weeks ago. And all the cramping started.
I haven't seen anybody throw up, so they're doing well.
District score, Iola 8, Anderson County 7. That's at half.
Oh, almost muffed the kickoff, and
He's
then
down
to a knee.
Davidson's not quite getting the foot in it that he has been.
He's tired.
He's kicking into a little bit of a southeast wind, too, we'll say. About a 2-mile-an-hour breeze. That was Garrett Culler on the return. He touched his knee down, and the Buffaloes will take over 1st and 10 at their own 22. We've totally given up on stats, so it makes my life easier.
By Pizarro.
Prairie View having to adapt on the fly here, as Bodie Eisenhower still not into the lineup for Prairie View. And we're starting to drop frames, so I think we're just going to try and be quiet and let this game happen.
And 20, I believe that's 21, maybe 31 for the Trojans. Number 3, directing Trojans. 31 is Ron Bourne.
All right. Well, got some help, got some backup. Back up and running here. Those of you still with us, thanks to the Prairie View IT guy, helped us out. Got us up and running. 9:57 to play here in the ball game. Trojans lead at 38-15. Trying to get a defensive stand here as Prairie View looking at it, or Girard looking at a 2nd down and 9. Buffaloes had a blocked punt. Trojans taking over in great field position here. More interested probably in running the clock than much anything else, Dale.
It's been a great game for the Trojans. Tested, and we've come out.
Pretty good so far. Nice play on the defensive side of the ball that time. That's the quarterback, Damian Klein, out of his free safety spot, coming up to make the hit on Bo Harris in the backfield. Put the Trojans in a 3rd and long, but they've been able to convert some of these 3rd and long situations tonight. They've had some big pass plays for a couple of touchdowns here in the second half. Kind of open the gap here.
Instead of going for the big shot, maybe that underneath one has been there as well.
See what the Trojans do here on 3rd down and long. 8:40 to play. Both teams looking to stay through the hands of the intended receiver, Wyatt Foley. It falls incomplete. It'll bring up 4th down. Trojans going to punt it away. Both teams trying to stay undefeated here in Kansas Class 3A District 2. Most of the other teams out of our area are in District 1, and in that district, the only undefeated team going into tonight was Caney Valley. They're taking on Galena, who's at 3-1. So that good game tonight going on there in Galena, I'm sure. As Trojans set to punt this one away on 4th and long. They lead at 38-15. Nigaman gets the kick away, takes a Girard hop into the hands of Zach Thies. Makes a couple men miss. Now pushes forward, trying to reach the 20-yard line. They're going to blow him dead at about the 19 as a host of Trojans bring him down. Some shifty moves there by Thies, but didn't buy him a whole lot of yardage. And the Buffaloes will take over 1st down and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Trying to look up some scores, see if we can't get some out of the districts. Now that we're back on the air and running.
Officials, they never started the play clock. There we go. I formation in the backfield behind Klein. He'll keep it himself near side, trying to round the corner, and does. Gets a good block on the outside. That was.
And the quarterback will have to go out for a play.
What's that now?
Quarterback's helmet came off, so he'll have to go out for a play. Wasn't that number 2, the quarterback?
Let's see who's going to be the signal caller now. Looks like it's going to be Caden Walker, 6'4" junior. Walker also carries the ball on some occasions. He'll keep it and gobbled up in the backfield. Good play in there by the Trojans. That's Brock Scales in there on the tackle, as well as Brown Bourne. Trojans sniffed that one out.
Frontenac 42, Burlington 6. Ouch.
Well, that's understandable. I hear Burlington, they lose their superpowers the further they get from the power plant. I hope Keisha doesn't get a call about that one. Two wide receivers the near side, and toss coming this way. Oh, big hit on the outside.
Hit of the game right there.
Yeah. We will call that our hit of the game, brought to you by Bradshaw Collision Repair. If your car takes a hit like that runner just took from Breckentroige, then take it to Bradshaw Collision Repair. Bob Bradshaw offers refinishing, paintless dent repair, glass replacement, and more. Let Bradshaw Collision Repair get you back in the game. Call 620-724-7300. There's been some big hits tonight. It's been pretty chippy. You know, these two teams knew what this game was coming into it, and really it hasn't disappointed, especially if you're a Trojan fan, as Girard's come out tonight firing on all cylinders. Come out hitting hard, and that's caused Prairie View to be dealing with some injuries tonight. As that carry good for about 3 yards by Zach Nordgren.
Bring up 4th down for the Buffalo.
You got to think this is 4-down territory, Jess. 4-down territory.
Cameraman took his headset off, so
yeah,
he answered, but
yeah, he's out of the loop now.
We would give him the crowd mic, but that one's not filtered.
Yep. If a cameraman makes a snide comment and no microphone picks it up, did it actually happen?
I don't think so.
Now they're going to punt this one away, not 4-down territory.
Watch the fake, he said.
Kester back to receive for the Trojans. They get this one away. High end-over-end punt. Going to take a hop at the 30-yard line. Kester runs towards it and just lets it go wisely. And Trojans will take over 1st down and 10 at their own 26. 5:24 to play in this one. Trojans lead it 38-15 as they look to move 4-0 on the season and 2-0 in district play.
5-0.
Oh, I'm sorry, 5-0 on the
we
season.
We are 4-0.
2-0 in district play.
Yes.
Gosh, I've probably been saying that all night, but internet didn't work, so nobody heard it.
No one heard it.
That's fine.
No harm, no foul on that one.
So if you say it, the internet.
Yeah, if you say it and the internet doesn't work, did it actually happen? The worst thing about this is that the clock's not running right now.
No, the clock stopped. 5:24.
Trojans come out in the pistol with 2 wingbacks, 2 wide receivers. Handoff's going to go right up the middle to Kester, and he'll carry it forward for a gain of 2. And 30 seconds. So. The clock has stopped at odd times tonight, so it's good to see that it's running right now.
It has. We've seen a little bit of odd things happen. You know, we
a 19-yard penalty.
19-yard penalty and a double offsetting personal fouls
that erased a touchdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting tonight. And Nigaman keeps this one. He's hit in the backfield and brought down. And, you know, Dale, you really just want to keep everybody healthy at this point if you're the Trojans. As we tick down under 4.5 to play here in the ball game. 3rd down and long now for Girard. We'll see if they decide to put this one in the air or if they're going to keep it on the ground and run this clock.
I think you just run the clock.
Yeah, that's what I think. I've thought that before.
Yeah.
And I've been wrong.
That's why we have headsets on.
That's right.
And
not the coaching kind.
Not the coaching kind, that's for sure.
Twins to the far side for the Trojans. Handoff's going to go up the middle. Kester, big carry, going to get close to the 1st down.
I think that is Merrill.
Oh, it is Merrill. Before he's brought down at about the 36-yard line. Ethan Merrill with the carry. To play here in the ball game. 2 wide receivers to the far side. Lone back in the backfield behind Nigaman is Merrill. Handoff goes to Ethan Merrill, runs into his own man, now just pushes forward. And they're going to stop the play, blow it dead after a gain of about 2 or 3. Bring up a 2nd down and 7. That's a generous spot.
That was tonight. Spots have been questionable at times.
We'll have a little bit better internet for you from the start. Handoff goes to Merrill again. He's got a little bit of running room out near another 1st down. And it looks like from here, depending upon the spot, he's going to have it at about the 47-yard line. And chain gang's on the move. 1st down and 10 for the Trojans at their own 47-yard line. 2:23 to play in the ball game. Clock runs. as Girard looks to go 5-0 for the first time since gosh, I don't know when, Dale.
I'm guessing it's going to be that 99 class. B.J. Harris was listening to us. He would tell us. Yeah.
What's that, just 92?
92 was another.
Yeah.
Another great run.
Good run again by Merrill, man. He's really putting the lid on this game. That's what you want out of your big tailback at the end of the game. Just keep grinding out those yards and picking up first downs. Trojans getting exactly that out of Ethan Merrill here in the waning moments of the game. Minute and a half left to play, as the natives are getting restless here in Lacine.
Homecoming night for them.
Yep. And again, every school in the area should take notes. The pregame homecoming, certainly the way to go.
Once again, a big thank you to Prairie View Tech coming up and helping us out here in the fourth quarter.
Saved us at the end. Made it all the way, came all the way from Fort Scott to help us out. Another first down run there by Ethan Merrill, and that should about do it. Trojans can now just kneel down on it and put this one to bed. I don't expect Prairie View will start calling timeouts like Anderson County did last week. That was upsetting.
Discouraging to say the least, as if we didn't have a long enough lightning delay.
Yeah, we called it the game that was over but wouldn't end. That was the case. Never in doubt, but just wouldn't end. First down and 10 now for the Trojans. Guess who? Ethan Merrill gets it again. He'll pick up about 1 yard on this one. And that's going to do it for the ball game. I don't think the Trojans are going to run another play. The handshakes have begun.
We will try to get Coach Philpott up here tonight. No? Maybe?
I wouldn't hold my breath.
No.
And that's going to do it. Trojans win it 38-15. They move to 5-0. Prairie View falls to 4-1 as the teams get ready for the handshake out the middle of the field. Big win tonight for the Girard Trojans as they move to 2-0 in district play, 5-0 on the season, and look forward next week to a trip to Burlington.
96 miles away from
Girard. Up there on the shores of John Redmond Reservoir. And in the shadow of the dome of the power plant.
The nice glow.
Yeah. But great facility up there in Burlington. For a long time, one of the nicest high school football stadiums in the state. Still is. And we look forward to that. And we'll bring you that action next Friday from Burlington. We'll take a quick break. And we'll come back with the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance post-game show. Brought to you by Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance. She has over 10 years of industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri. Let Leah and her staff find the right coverage for your personal or business needs. To learn more, call 620-670-4590. Proudly serving our community and cheering on the Trojans. We'll step away for a quick break. When we come back, the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance postgame show. You've been watching Trojan football on Girard Sports.
Mathis Drugstore Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast
724-8020. McClellan Sanitation is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. McClellan Sanitation is also proud to have been serving Girard and the surrounding area for decades. McClellan Sanitation offers residential, commercial, and roll-off services. As a locally owned and operated company, owners Dave and Candy McClellan and their employees are dedicated to providing the highest quality customer service. To learn more, call McClellan Sanitation at 620-724-8486. McClellan Sanitation wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck this season.
Whisper a phrase into a person's ear, then pass it on.
to a group of people. Notice how the message changes by the time that the last person hears it? In business, consider word of mouth in the same light. What people say may turn into something different than you would like it to be. It can't be controlled. That's why Norris Advertising provides proven ad solutions through radio, billboards, and digital sign sales, allowing your message to be controlled by the person that knows your business best. You, Norris Advertising, a proud sponsor of Trojan Athletics.
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
Roto-Rooter is proud to serve Girard and the surrounding area, offering sewer and drain cleaning, as well as septic and grease trap pumping 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. From toilet clogs to video inspections, sewer line repairs to complete replacements. To make an appointment, call 620-231-5630. Roto-Rooter is now owned by GHS alum Braden Peak and GMS teacher Heather Peak, and they are proud to support the Trojans. Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630. See their ad in names and numbers.
Welcome back to Lacine, Kansas. Trojans come out on top of this one in the Battle of the Unbeatens against Prairie View, 38-15. Trojans move to 5-0 on the season. Prairie View falls to 4-1. They travel next week to play Frontenac, so that's going to be two tough ones, the crucible here for Prairie View. We'll find out a lot about this squad next week. We'll also find out something about Frontenac as well when they take on Prairie View. So a good ball game there. That one's in Frontenac. So if you're around the area next weekend and you're for some reason can't get the internet, then I suggest you go watch that game. Otherwise, tune in as the Trojans go up to Burlington and try to go 6-0 on the season, and that's an impressive number, and Dale, these kids are putting together a pretty special year here.
They are, and for kids that, were overlooked. This is supposed to be a rebuilding year, young front line, didn't have any experience. They're doing a heck of a job. And, all the way through, the Trojans are just putting together a year so we will have a playoff no matter what.
Well, Coach Philpott, bless his heart, he's making the climb up here. We're not expecting it. This is bonus coach interview time here. Let's see. We're going to let him climb the stairs and catch his breath before he gets up here. So why don't we take a quick break, and we'll come back. You're watching Trojan Football, the Leah Smith Agency postgame show here on Girard Sports Live.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon and pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue mascot debit card. While you're there, be sure to ask about Secure Lock, mobile banking, Guardian Secure Checking, and People Pay. Learn more at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools.
Member FDIC.
Go Trojans!
Welcome back out here to Lacine, Kansas. We're joined right now by Trojan head coach Neil Philpott in the post-game interviews brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust, serving the area for 30 years. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue mascot debit card. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Coach, a big win here tonight for your team. And if you were looking for a measuring stick game, this is probably the best one you guys have had all year.
Yeah, I think so. I told our team that before the game that this was going to be probably the best matchup we've had, best test. But it's not about them, it's about us. What do we do? How do we play? How do we respond to that? And I thought overall, for the whole game, I thought we responded really well. We made some adjustments at halftime. Our kids responded. We played better in the second half in phases. And so getting out to a good jump is always kind of going back and forth there in the first quarter and half. And but just to put a whole game together against a good opponent, which they are, felt good.
And we know that Prairie View came into the game. They've got some good size, and they pride themselves on being a physical squad. You guys, coming into the year, the question mark was up front for you. How do you feel like your kids played in the trenches tonight?
I think our kids are playing physical. Go back and look at some things for sure, but, for maybe being a little bit undersized, like we told them, they are coming off the ball, being aggressive. They're doing some technical things and playing with leverage. But we can be a physical football team if we do things the way we're supposed to and do all those things, like you said, technique, leverage, play hard, play for one another. So those things, I think in the second half we cleaned some things up, and we'll see that on film. I think that, hey, this is why we do what we do, and this was the result that you get when you do everything together.
Coach, talk to us a little bit. Once again, your quarterback, Luke Negeman, did a great job putting the ball where it needed to be. But, your receivers were there as well. Brecken Troike has a touchdown. Wyatt Foley has 3 of them, I believe, 3 or 4. Let's talk a little bit about the receivers.
Yeah, Luke's been pretty accurate with the ball, very smart with the ball. We've got some guys out there that are pretty quick, but the other guys are making big catches, big plays. That's kind of geared with our offense that we're going to run the ball until you bring more people down in the box, and we're going to have those opportunities to take some shots over the top. So Luke's done a nice job of getting it where it needs to be, and we've had guys really making some nice catches and plays and runs after catches.
Well, it's a big 3-game road trip right smack in the middle of your season. Winds up next week in Burlington. What are you looking forward to out of that squad, and what are you hoping that your kids can work on during the week?
I think their record from a year ago is down a little bit, but I don't think you can take Burlington lightly in any way. They're a very tough prep. They run a different style of offense. They're physical. Again, it kind of goes back to they know their identity on offense and what they want to do. And they can make it a long, brutal, slow death sometimes if you don't take care of things the right way. So our kids, I think they understand that. They know we've played Burlington enough to know what we're going to be in for it. I know a year ago, again, it doesn't have an effect on this year's season, but I know looking back a year ago, we played one of our worst games, and there's some things we learned from that, and it's showing some of this year. So, it's a tough place to play and a long road trip for us, but we've got to come back this week and keep raising the bar for ourselves and set the standard high and just keep going up with it.
All right, Coach. Well, hey, thanks for making the climb up here to talk to us tonight. And Girard Trojans come out on top, 38-15 over the Prairie View Buffaloes. And Coach Philpott, congratulations, and we'll see you next week in Burlington.
Sounds good.
All right, that was head coach Neil Philpott of the Girard Trojans. They moved to 5-0 on the season. We're wagering first time since 99 or 92 that the Trojans have been 5-0. And look to make it 6-0 next week against Burlington. Make sure to join us here on Girard Sports Live for that one. And we'll, I believe there's hardwired internet in the press box in Burlington.
They do. We should, knock on wood on my bald head, should have a good stream there. So I think all we got left tonight is the player of the game, and we'll wrap her up for the night.
All right, let's take a look at our player of the game, brought to you by Evans Motors, the best player in the car business. Our Nate and Eddie at Evans Motors. Let them find the car, truck, van, or SUV that's right for your family. Visit them at the corner of 69 and 400 highways south of Pittsburgh, or see their online showroom at evansmotors.net. Dale, your player of the game.
It has to be Wyatt Foley. Negeman put it there, but Foley, he just brought it in and outrun him to the end zone every time.
A couple of nice plays on the defensive side of the ball in his cornerback position as well. So Wyatt Foley, player of the game. A great game tonight, and really take your hat off to this whole squad. This is a great team win for the Trojans here tonight, especially those younger, undersized guys up front did their job once again. And it kind of reminds me of, I hate to say it, but the Denver Broncos back in the 90s, they had that undersized offensive line. They had those weird zone blocking schemes, but they'd frustrate you. And that's kind of what these kids for the Trojans are doing. They're physical, but you look at them standing out on the field, and when you eyeball them, they don't look like they're going to be that tough, but then you see the holes open up, you see the penetration on the defensive side, and so you take your hat off to pretty much the entire squad here tonight, a quality win.
That's exactly my thoughts. If you don't have the guys in the trenches, you're not going to be successful, and tonight and for the first 5 weeks, the Trojans have taken care of business.
All right, well, that's going to do it for us here from Lacine. Trojans come out on top 38-15, move to 5-0. Next week they take on Burlington in Burlington, and we'll have that one for you here on Girard Sports Live. So for Jess Murphy and Dale Shireman, I'm Josh Lettner saying good night and thanks for joining us. You've been watching Trojan Football on Girard Sports Live.
You've been watching Trojan Athletics on Girard Sports Live. Girard Sports Live is presented by Crocan, your community technology partner. Learn more at ckt.net. Also by Ag Choice of Epler, American Family Insurance, Jenny Collins Agency, Bradshaw Collision Repair, Call Service, Community National Bank and Trust, Derailed Commodity, Diskins Auto and Towing, DS Construction, Evans Motors, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Farmers Bank, Girard Medical Center, Hydrix Appliance, The Jagged Edge, GN Bank, Larrett Ceramics, Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance, Lehman Realty, Mathis Drug, McClellan Sanitation, Norris Advertising, Producers Cooperative Association, and Roto-Rooter. Thanks for watching, and don't miss us next time right here on Girard Sports Live.